Hello students, you have already finished one poem titled Life of Unit 1. Today we shall begin the first prose lesson of Unit 1 titled A Synopsis, The Swiss Family Robinson. If you have the textbook, you may open it to page 5 or refer to your PDF version. And if it's not possible to have either, you may look up the screen to see the virtual one. You will notice that in the English textbooks of your previous class, that is Standard 8, the lessons were always introduced by warming up exercises, that is, practice beforehand. So, before we actually begin the topic, we try to prepare ourselves by doing certain activities which are related to the topic. So, as you look at the screen, I shall read it out to you. The first question: do you know any stories about people who were lost in uninhabited places and were later rescued? Name them. Now, children, what do you mean by the word uninhabited? Yes, it means a place without inhabitants. Now, inhabitants means people living there. So, it's a place where there are no people living. How they were lost and were rescued. I managed to find out. At least one I will tell you about. The story of Alexander Selkirk, who was a Scottish sailor who spent 4 years as a castaway. And is the inspiration behind Daniel Defoe's novel Robinson Crusoe, as well as Gulliver's Travels. These two novels, if you read, you'll find out they are also based on adventures. They are like about people who are, stranded, or they have been to places which are uninhabited. So you can read about them in these novels. Now, the next question. So you may name some more people you can find out on the net. The second question. Think of one of your favorite interesting stories and fill in or draw an outline chart like the one shown below. Can you see there, children, the arrow showing like the plot, the scene? So here now you are of a situation, a change, a problem, or a challenge. Then you have scene one, scene two, scene three. Then you come to climax. Now, what is the meaning of climax? It is that most interesting or the exciting part of the story. Then, after climax, you may also end the novel there, end your story there, or there are sometimes you have an end, the problem that is resolved, normalcy restored. That forms the end. Now, you can write as many scenes as there are in the story. You have to imagine and write your scenes. Many times the climax is near the end. A few stories end with a climax to achieve greater effect. The third question, that part of it, find the meaning of anticlimax. Now, climax, like I told you, it is the most interesting part. Now, what is anticlimax? It is a disappointing end to an exciting or impressive series or events. So opposite of climax is anticlimax. Like you have the figures of speech you have done in the standard 8, climax, anticlimax. Okay. Now we proceed. Now you may see in question 3, three pictures are given. In case we were in the class children, we could have done this activity face to face, forming groups of students. But since it is not possible, we shall just discuss and you can do it individually. The first picture shows you marooned on an island. Now, what is the meaning of marooned? It's trapped in an inaccessible place like an island. What is inaccessible? You do not have access to, you cannot go there. It's difficult to go to that place. So, like it is, the situation is a group of passengers are marooned on an island in the middle of the ocean. So, you have to imagine, I'll tell you what you have to do. First, I'll read the three situations. The second one, lost in a forest. A group of pilgrims walking through a thick jungle have lost their way. And the third situation, stranded on the highway. A team of players from an office have got down at the wrong place on a highway at night. It is a lonely spot. Now you have seen the three situations are given. Describe their surroundings in 4 to 5 sentences. Write the reactions of the companions using exclamations. Now, using exclamation means between the companions, the ones who are together, that group, you'll find that they will express themselves. How? Like sudden remarks they'll make, just expressing suspense or a strong emotion or some pain. Then, using your imagination, write what is the only ray of hope for them. What do you mean by ray of hope? Like some solution, some kind of sign which will give them a hope to rescue themselves, to find a solution to their problem. And another thing to imagine is two members of the group are going out to try to get help. They can take any five things with them. Write what they choose and why they choose it. What do you mean by this? It is like making use of the resources that are available. Whatever they have with them, they use that to find a solution to their problem, a way to save themselves. With this, we finish the warming up. This is like an assignment for you, which you will have to do, children. Now let's come to the lesson. We proceed. Pay attention as I read. A synopsis, the Swiss Family Robinson. Now, what do you understand by synopsis? It is a brief summary of some general thing, or just like you write a small summary of a big story. So the Swiss Family Robinson is a well-known adventure novel that people of many countries have enjoyed for more than 200 years. It has also been made into graphic novels and films. Like I told you about Gulliver's Travels, Robinson Crusoe, movies are made on them. The novel, that is this novel, written by the Swiss clergyman Johann David Wyss, is not just an adventure. It aims at teaching young people values like self reliance, determination, love for your family, cooperation, and prudent use of resources. It also has good lessons relevant in natural sciences, good husbandry, and even mathematics. Now, if you see, who's how will you know about a Swiss person? Now, we are from India, we are called Indians. So, people of Switzerland are known as Swiss. So, this clergyman is a spiritual person like a priest, a minister, a Christian priest. So, his name is Johann. He's the writer of this novel. And his novel is just not an adventure, it is teaching values. The story that will unfold will show how the values are inculcated, like of self-reliance, determination, love for your family, cooperation, and prudent. What is prudent? Wisely. You use wisely all the resources that you have. Then it also teaches you lessons relevant in natural sciences, good husbandry. What is husbandry? It's the care or cultivation and breeding of crops and animals. Like how you do animal husbandry. It's a study, like it's a care that you take. Okay. Now, something more about the novel. Some elements of the novel do stretch reality to a certain extent, but we must consider that it is a work of fiction and not a fact file. Given below is a synopsis, that is an outline of its basic story. You know difference between a fiction and a fact file? Yes, fiction is something imaginary, not real, where it's all imaginary events and people, like untrue. And fact file is based on facts, opposite of fiction. Let us see further the story. William, Elizabeth, and their children had been traveling in a ship when the ship was caught in a great storm. The other passengers evacuated without them. William and his family, including the young children Fritz, Ernest, Jack, and Franz, were left to survive alone. They weathered the great storm, waiting in the ship's hold. The ship survived the night, and the family found themselves within sight of a tropical desert island. The next morning, they decided to get to the island they could see beyond the reef. With much effort, they constructed a vessel out of tubs. After they filled the tubs with food and ammunition and all other articles of value they could safely carry, they rowed toward the island. Two dogs from the ship, named Turk and Juno, swam beside them. The ship's cargo of livestock, guns and powder, carpentry tools, books, a disassembled pinnace, and provisions had also survived. Well, now, the story, the plot is William, Elizabeth, and their four children. Who are they? Fritz, Ernest, Jack, and Franz. They are traveling in a ship, and what happens to the ship? It is caught in a great storm. Other passengers evacuated. You will see the meaning of certain words given in your textbook as well. At the side, you can see the display. Evacuated means left the ship to save themselves. Sometimes people are caught and they are evacuated. They are saved from. They are brought into safety. So here the passengers evacuated, they left. The other passengers evacuated without them. These were stranded. William and his family, including the young children, they were left there to survive alone. Now they managed to brave the great storm. That is, they weathered. Here, weathered means to face, to brave the great storm waiting in the ship's hold. Again, the meaning of hold is given here. Here it means space in a ship for cargo. What's cargo, children? Cargo is the goods that are carried on the ship. The ship survived the night and the family found themselves within sight. They could see a tropical desert island. Now, what is tropical? It's typical of or peculiar to the tropics. That is the area near the Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn. Between these areas is called tropical. So they could see now an island, a desert island. The next morning, they decided to get to the island. They could see beyond the reef. Now, reef is also like, rocks and sand close to the surface of the sea. With much effort, they constructed a vessel. What's vessel refers to over here? A boat of tubs. After they fill the tubs with food, now they're taking all the provisions that they had in the ship into the tubs. Food, ammunition. What's ammunition? Guns, weapons, and all other articles of value which they could safely carry. Now they are rowing towards the island. Who are the other people who are accompanying them? Sorry, they take their dogs, two dogs from the ship. What are the dogs' names? Turk and Juno. They were also swimming beside them. The ship's cargo contained what? Livestock. What is livestock? Farm animals, guns and powder, carpentry tools, books, disassembled. Children, what is a pinnace? See the meaning of pinnace? Small boats attached to a ship. Now they carried this all disassembled. When you put together, we call it assembled. And this is disassembled, kept apart, pieces separated, and provisions had all survived. Next paragraph. Over the next few days, William, that is the father, he attached the floatable old kegs to one another and built a bow that curved around them. The family had landed successfully on the island. They set up a tent and softened the floor with armloads of grass they cut and spread to serve as their beds. They came to a grove of trees. One tree grew what looked like goats on its trunk. The father told Fritz the goats would make excellent bowls and spoons, and they cut them into various utensils. So now you see further, they managed to find a place and now they want to make a home, some shelter. So what do they do? It's a keg. Kegs I can see in the picture. Yeah, in the next picture, as you'll be seeing it, they are barrels. Barrels like containers, big, big wooden ones. Okay. Now they landed successfully. They are now safe on the island. Now, when you go to a place, you have to first put up a tent. It's a place where they make it by themselves. And they put on the floor, they put armloads, a lot of grass they cut, which will going to serve them as their beds. Then they came to a grove. Grove is what? A cluster. A lot of trees are found. And what they found? Some kind of a tree which looked like gourds. The gourds, children, like bottle shape, that vegetable we have. We pronounce it as gourds. Bottle gourd, we say. So the father then told the son, Fritz, that these goats would make excellent bowls and spoons, and they cut them. That is what they made utensils of these. That showed that how they used the resources or whatever things they found there to survive, to manage. After some days, Elizabeth informed William that she wanted the family to move to a safer place. Their current camp was not only exposed but also very dry and hot. If they built a house up in one of the large trees, they would be safe from jackals. She described a perfect tree for the project, one whose trunk was nearly 40 feet in diameter. The branches were very long and extended straight out from the trunk, making them perfect platforms for a structure. Later, when determining the height of the lowest branches, the father taught the boys geometry and how to use triangles to measure big objects. He measured a defined distance from the trunk, then he calculated angles using several measured rods, determining that the lowest branch was 30 feet off the ground. So now the mother, Elizabeth, she tells her husband, William, that it is not safe. She wants to protect her family from wild animals. They were in a tent which is exposed. So they decide to, she suggests that they build a house on a tree. That is a tree top. So she described she wanted a trunk of a tree which is broad, almost 40 feet in diameter. Now they all work on it. The father teaches his boys geometry, like how to take measurement and use triangles to measure those big, big objects. In such a way, they made it, what do you call, they maintain the distance from the trunk and calculated angles, like they used rods and it served as a ladder. Okay. Now the men knotted a rope at certain intervals and attached pieces of bamboo in each knot. Thus, they created their ladder. Father returned to the beach and collected driftwood, thinking it would be perfect to build a sledge on runners rather than wheels. Later, they used it to transport materials. Meanwhile, Elizabeth announced that the garden she had been tending was producing healthy plants. Corn, melons, pumpkins, and cucumbers were already growing. The next day, only the father and Fritz traveled to the woods, exploring and finding such exotic plants as one with waxy fruit from which candles could be made. Fritz discovered a tree exuding a rubbery sap from which his father claimed that they could make boots. We shall stop here, continue with the explanation, go to the previous page. Now they managed to make a ladder by tying the rope at certain intervals. The men knotted a rope at certain intervals and attached pieces of bamboo in each knot. Thus, they created their ladder. Father returned to the beach and he collected driftwood. What is driftwood now? The wood that is drifted, they float on water, thinking it would be perfect to build a sledge. Children, sledge generally you can have wheels on a sledge, it's more like a carriage. So here they wanted to build a sledge which would easily slide on the runners. What's runners here? The meaning is given. Stripes on which something slides. So rather than wheels, they wanted to make a sledge which would slide. Later they used that now to transport materials, like they got a sledge, like a carriage sort of, which they could use it for transporting their things. Meanwhile, Elizabeth also announced, she said that now the garden she had been tending. What's tending? Taking care. She had a garden which was producing healthy plants like corn, melons, pumpkins, and cucumbers. The next day, only father and Fritz traveled to the woods, the jungles, the forests, exploring and finding such exotic plants. What is exotic? That is originating in or characteristic of a distant foreign country, non-native, like not from there, it's from another place. And what did the son find out? He explored, he found such plants which had waxy fruit. What is waxy? Waxy from which you could make candles. Now Fritz, the son, discovered a tree exuding. What is the meaning of exuding? Giving out, emitting a rubbery sap, a liquid sort of a rubbery thing, from which his father claimed now they were going to use that rubber to make boots. So saw how the father and the children and the family managed to survive using all that they could manage to find in that place. Further, now since we have stopped here, children, you will go through the warming up exercises and do that for homework, as well as there are questions you can see at the side. Attempt those, try to find the answers after reading this much. Okay, that's all for now, children. In the next session we shall complete the lesson. Thank you. God bless.